Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Eldritch Castle, the new adventure here on the channel. Welcome, everybody. We've got John, Nate, and Estelle ready to play some newbie wizards. Is that right?
Howdy.
Look
Yeah.
at this.
Fairly
Um,
newbie.
Oh, yeah.
barely. How
You
we doing,
know.
everybody in YouTube land? Hello. We see the YouTube chat here. We've got some of the usuals around. Welcome, welcome. Well, look at this. The chat is already bustling. Look at this. Excellent, excellent. You're in for a treat tonight, everybody, because this adventure is very unique. We're going to talk about what exactly it is and all that in just a moment. But if you're here for the first time, this is Tabletop Bob. It's my live play channel for Dungeons and Dragons as well as other RPGs. We do a lot here on the channel, and these three knuckleheads will go around and talk about what they've done here on the channel before. But today, it's all about Eldritch Castle, which is a new Kickstarter. For those of you who don't know, Esper the Bard is a YouTube channel, great YouTuber, friend of the channel, has been on here before, and he had done a few Kickstarter. I think this is his third Kickstarter. I actually recently received the second Kickstarter, which was Monstrous Heroes, and actually it got sent to me. I had ACL surgery at the end of the summer, and I got this book on literally the day that I came home from the hospital from the surgery. So it was really nice. I got to look through it. It was really awesome, and some of my players in the Patreon game are using the characters from this tome. It's about how to make a monster hero. It's really cool. He also has Esper's Emporium, which is the first Kickstarter, and I think John and Nate also played in Blood Lament, where we used elements of that book. So. You remember Blood Lament, right?
Oh my God, those characters were so much fun to play, like different classes and different races.
Yeah.
Nate played a really cool race that you could explain, but it was so much fun to visualize like you growing stuff off your beard.
Yeah,
Like
it was like a
mushrooms.
mushroom-covered dwarf. It was like a fungal dwarf. It was such a cool, creative race or species. Yeah, really neat. Had a blast playing it too.
Yeah, Esper's Emporium was cool, and we did that channel or a series on the channel, Blood Lament. It's actually we have a playlist of it. I'll put it up in the corner in a little bit after the stream. But Blood Lament was awesome and a traditional adventure. But Eldritch Castle, which you saw the intro and the music and everything, is all part of the Kickstarter. It's actually an adventure module, whereas Esper's Emporium was more of like a player resource. Monsters Heroes is again a player resource. This is this is for DMs, and it's a full immersive experience because it has a lot of stuff. The Kickstarter has the actual adventure. You can get a PDF or the regular one, the book, I should say, not the regular one. Books aren't the norm, I feel like nowadays, but to me, it's the regular one. So the book, the PDFs, you get tons of images to go along with it, animated images, so they're video files, and you'll be seeing all this showcased here. So this is for DMs, really. You can really, there's tons of extra add-ons and stretch goals. The link for the Kickstarter is down below in the description, so check that out, and you can pledge or back it today. Again, this is not a sponsor. Esper is really just a friend of the channel. He's reached out to me and said, hey, I'm doing a Kickstarter. Would you be interested in showcasing it? And I love his work. I've been a fan of his for quite some time, well before our channel started. So I love doing stuff that showcases his work. So anything to promote the community. So go check it out, and we'll start talking about this adventure now. Now, I said, I think I talked to John and Nate about this at work, and Estelle, obviously, we texted about it, but I needed a group that was going to come together, that was going to be really good with like the visual aspect of it, analyzing things, investigating, good role play, good descriptions, things like that. Unfortunately, none of those players were available, so I ended up getting John, Nate, and Estelle. And
Always happy to help.
A perfect setup.
They were all busy playing Vecna Eve of Ruin, which you should all check out, because Vecna Eve of Ruin is I would say it's the culmination to our 5e channel here. We've had different campaigns, and it's everybody coming together, 33 different characters being reprised in a multiverse spanning epic, highly different than what it is in the book probably written. So if you were like, oh, I never wanted to watch Vecna Eve of Ruin, but you've seen some of our live plays, definitely check it out. Maybe some of these players will make it in there one day. Who knows?
You're damn right, Bob. You know I'm gonna be there.
Listen, the people are clamoring for Karg back, John. They're clamoring.
I saw Karg's name in the chat again.
There you go. They're clamoring.
Uh,
Yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Oh, and Cam, you become a member for 4 months. Excellent job, Cam. There are a couple of ways to support our channel too. Of course, the Patreon and the YouTube memberships are direct ways to do it. But just liking, subscribing, doing all the good things for YouTube, that helps get our content out. And share this with somebody. If you have a DM that you're not going to watch this whole thing, you're here and you want to check it out, you heard about the Kickstarter, you're from Esper's channel, send this to your DM if that's the case, because this is a great adventure. Esper actually ran a solo sort of like animated channel choose your own adventure sort of style game with this about 2 years ago on his channel. I watched it when he was playing it, and it's really cool. But it's a solo adventure, and the community kind of has input in making the decisions. Here, this is going to be run as a group. So you're a party of wizards, and we'll talk about the setting and your characters in a minute. But basically, the setup is that your characters are coming together and forming a party, and you're going to go through this adventure in a more traditional way. And like I said, there's going to be tons of visuals with this one. I've got the videos all queued up in OBS, so when we get to a room, we'll display it. The characters are going to be doing things more theater of the mind because we're just using those images rather than a battle map. You'll be doing things theater of mind, describing it as best possible. But we won't have battle maps. We'll be doing things like that. We are going to roll, though, still on Roll20, I believe, right? Yeah, that's what we decided.
Yeah.
yes.
Some of the characters have their characters on D&D Beyond. Some of the players have their characters on D&D Beyond. Some of them have their characters on a PDF. At the end of the stream, I'll post them up and put a description to where you can, in the description where you can find them, just so you can see what their characters look like. And we'll give a little bit of an update from session to session as to how the characters are looking, their hit points, things like that. Now, if you've seen the channel at all before, you know that we kind of tend to take a while to finish some modules. My estimation is that it's going to be anywhere between 4 and 6 episodes, but stay tuned. If we get it done in the 4 episodes, then we'll finish it before we go on our holiday break. But if not, we'll come back in January and finish things up the last couple episodes. The goal is to get this alternating with Strahd. But I talked to the Strahd crew. They're cool with pushing Strahd back 1 week so we can jumpstart this because it coincides with the Kickstarter. Kickstarter started today. So we'll do this week, next week, Eldritch Castle on Tuesdays, and then it'll alternate with our Curse of Strahd campaign. Vecna is unaffected. That will keep going on as the train keeps a-rolling. But yeah, so that's how we're going to run things here. Any questions from the three of you?
You about covered it.
Great. I got questions for you. Tell everyone who you are. We'll start in we're going to go reverse order here. We'll start with Estelle, and then we'll work our way back up to John. So, Estelle, tell us who you are and what else they could have seen you in on the channel.
All right. Well, I'm Estelle. You might also know me on the internet as Breakfast King elsewhere on my various handles. But let's see. I think the one that comes to mind first is the Tomb of Horrors. I've been on that one as Agatha. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's really fun.
Agatha's amazing.
Yeah.
The best. Also the was the Call of Cthulhu one. What was it called?
Yeah.
Viral.
Viral. Been on that one with, as Margaret Thumper.
Yeah, we had a good time there, Estelle, right?
That was great. It was fantastic.
I mean, don't you know, right? Everything was good. It was like every viral that we do, like every Call of Cthulhu, I die and everybody else lives.
The
Seems
Tony
like
is
it's a
coming
trend.
out. Tony's coming out. Look at this.
We got we got to play more games together in Call of Cthulhu to really see this trend in motion.
Let's see. I love Call of Cthulhu. It's such a fun module or game.
Yeah.
I was in Spelljammer. Was it the Tomb of Tomochan?
You were into Mochan. Yeah.
Is it? I feel like I've been in other things too, and I can't remember them.
You made your appearance, your premiere in Rank Amateurs.
Yes, Rank Amateurs.
Yeah, so you've been in it quite a bit now. So you're getting your adventures in and getting your experience. Estelle, yes, you mentioned Viral. That was a big one. So Estelle's played with John and Nate in separate campaigns. Nate, what have you played, and who are you?
Howdy. I'm Nate. I'll be playing Poof tonight.
We'll talk about the
And
characters later, but yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
oh, you said who are you? My bad.
Who are you?
Yeah. Let's see. I've played a few campaigns on the channel. Barraquelios, the Paladin, in Keep on the Borderlands, where John and I play together. Um, let's see. I was a couple of characters in Tomb of Horrors with Estelle. I was a failed dwarf, and then a halfling named Frank for a bit. And then I've done a few odds and ends, candle keeps, and other things. What else?
Were you in Star Trek with me too?
Oh yeah, we did Star Trek. That was a blast.
Yeah,
really
last
fun.
year was our new game year. We played like 6 or 7 different
Yeah.
RPGs on the channel each month, basically a new one, and
Oh,
it was
Morkborg.
Merkborg.
Yes.
You played in that
There
too.
we
Yeah,
go.
we had a lot. All these are
Yeah, I did
playlists,
a
by the
couple
way.
Shadow Dark ones. Oh, the Shadow Dark one with Kelsey.
Oh,
yeah.
Valentine's.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
That's right. The Valentine's adventure, our Valentine's
Played
Sweetheart
Francesco.
Sanctuary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You've all
yeah.
been on a lot. Yeah. And John, what about you? Who are you?
I'm John, and
Great.
I I guess we'll save our wizards for later. But I go back to I think the first thing on the channel with Nate when we played in Descent into Avernus. And then I love playing in a whole variety of different Candlekeep mysteries and little one-offs. And I think the one that always sticks with me most was the like all monk like level 15 campaign. So this brings back memories of like, oh, all the same class again. I'm like, that all monk one was really fun. So I'm looking forward to this. Played in Star Trek, in both Call of Cthulhu's. And then, most recently playing in Keep on the Borderlands as multiple characters, as lovable Sasori, who then got turned to stone by no one's fault besides Nate's.
Oh,
And then,
dang.
and then I was brought, then I brought together my lovable idiot wild magic
The
Karg.
fan favorite.
We would have never had Karg had you
I
not
know.
been turned to stone.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
Karg fulfilled his role because Karg's role was to be so annoying that Sasori came back to life.
There we
And
go.
that's what happened.
By the way, that is not true, but so no spoilers there. But yeah, so you played a few characters on the channel. You played in a few different RPG systems. So we've all played a lot, and I would say 5e has been our normal game. Of course, we haven't gone over to the 2024 edition yet. That's a whole nother conversation. But this adventure is designed for. Oh, you got the handbook. Look at you. It's designed. This adventure is actually designed, I think, with 5e 2014 in mind. Obviously, that's what we are using. I think a lot of people are sticking with it as well. So, but they are very similar. And I think that both this module and other modules can be adapted to either. So, like I said, we're playing 2024 rules. And while we're touching on rules here, in the Kickstarter, in the module, there is some setting rules. And I'm going to go through them here just so we're all clear on the same page. Number 1, the long rests. Actually, Esper in this book says that long rests are similar to the way that we do long rests anyway. That's the way I've been doing them for many, many years. That they do not provide a free full HP recovery. You still have to roll hit dice when you take a long rest, just like a short rest. The only difference is that you gain half your hit dice back on a long rest. So it's the way exactly we've done every 5e campaign here on the channel, no different. The other one is, and this is something we've done in Descent into Avernus, and I think, Nate, you said you thought this was a core rule, but when you fall to 0 hit points, you gain a level of exhaustion. So
I thought that was a core rule for like the first 2 or 3 years I played D&D.
yeah,
That was, I was dishing it out hard.
We play hardcore here on Tabletop Bob. Death is always an option.
Yeah, obviously we took it to the next level with Keep on the Borderlands. The rules there are even more harsh for death, but yeah. So when you go to 0 hit points, you get a quote unquote injury, which is manifested in the way of exhaustion. So you'll get a level of exhaustion and suffer all the penalties with that. Another one is disease, poisons, and curses are not cured by just simply casting the spell, or a paladin using some of their lay on hands to do it, to remove the curse. You have to make a spellcasting ability check. And on a failure, you can't really attempt it for another 24 hours. The exception, though, I guess, here's his exception, is if the disease, poison, or curse originated from a spell, and therefore you used a greater spell slot to remove it, you are not required to make the ability check. But basically saying that curses, poisons, diseases, they're more permanent than the system typically would allow. And finally, Ikoros, which is the universe here, this world that Esper has created, which is expanded on even more in the other products he's created, is not connected to other multiverses. Not like connected to the Forgotten Realms, for instance. And so those are the core rule exceptions. Those are like the house rules. But other than that, we're playing the 2014 rules. And at this point, we'll talk about the location. Like I said, it's Ikoros is the name of the world. The module takes place in the realm of Magnaland and the Duskwood region. There is a city called Casavecchia, and you are from a place called Casimir, which is very close. And that will matter for your characters in the story, and we'll talk about it when we start, which I think we're about ready to do. Are we ready to jump in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Let's do this.
Sweet. Sweet. So I'm going to cue the music here. And everyone, normally I do kind of ask if the music, especially YouTube chat, let me know if the music, you can hear it or it's too loud or whatnot. Normally I use tabletop audio, but because the Kickstarter actually comes with unique audio tracks for each section or area, I'm going to make sure that we play them as much as possible. There's also some audio from the animated videos. So again, give me some updates on the YouTube channel. Try to keep an eye on it if things don't sound right. If they sound too loud or not loud enough. Should be coming at you right now. Good? Okay, cool. And again, YouTube chat, let me know. You'll also notice that we're going to be putting this on a bigger map, because normally when we play, we just have like a Roll20 screen, but I want to have both Roll20 and these animated images. So here's what it's gonna look like. Let me switch it over to our Roll20 screen now. Here we go. Okay. So number one, it's gonna look something like this. So you can see our smaller screen on the right-hand side has the home screen, Eldritch Castle. It's got our tokens, which you probably can't see too well, but we've got our tokens, and it'll showcase who they are when we introduce the characters. And then also you have our big screen here, where we're going to have some animated videos. Here's an example of one right now. So if we were to do the oh, look at that, there it goes. See everything, everybody? Good. I am going to lower the music just a little bit. It's a little loud on my end, so I feel like it must be a little louder on their end. Okay.
We can hear you well over it. It's not quiet, but it's not annoying.
Okay. Good. So our story takes place, like I said, in the realm of Magnaland and the Duskwood region. And the four of you are from a place called Casimir. And normally in Casimir, which is being displayed right now on the video, normally in this place, you would go and meet your master, the wizard Zdravno. It began a few days ago. You had gone to the Librarium Arcanum in your home city of Casavecchia, as you do thrice a week to study under the arcane arts and the tutelage of High Wizard Zdravno. But when you arrived, he was not there. Your master is not known, typically, for being absent. Zdravno has been your wizardly mentor for a number of years now, and has helped you learn a great many things since he first saw you. In fact, I'd like each of you to describe how Zdravno has maybe affected you in some way. We'll start with Nate. Tell us who your character is and how Zdravno and you became acquainted. Oh, you're muted.
Sure.
Cast silence
yeah.
on himself.
It's a good start. Hey everybody, my name's Poof. I'm a dwarf. And this here is my buddy Bucephalus. I call
Ooh.
him Busey. He's my seahorse. And my brain from another plane. You know, my god from the other side, Busey. Poof he's round. He's described as friendly. I just like to check things out. I'm pretty curious. You know, in my family, I'm one of 11 siblings. I got 10 older dwarf siblings. And, you know, we make ends meet. My job was panhandling in the river for gold. You know, I don't know. I've always had an eye for magical things, so I would find them and then I would sell them to the local mages and such. And that's how I ended up meeting Zdravno. Found me a little magic ring, and he was interested in it. And my family was supportive of me going off to school and learning to harness my abilities.
Nice. So just to clear things up, Bucephalus is your steed, your seahorse, correct?
He is. Yes, he is my seahorse.
And you carry him around how?
I am focusing on conjuration magic. And so I can conjure I conjure him a little fishbowl. And I have learned the cantrip Shape Water. So when I go to the river every day with him, still, you know, I get him fresh water every day, and I keep him in my conjured fishbowl.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And of course, Bucephalus goes with you everywhere. So you'd be carrying this
Absolutely.
fishbowl around and sometimes shaping the water to surround him so that he can breathe when you're on land.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I did learn air bubble so that I, if need be, could air bubble around Busey's head and fill it with some water.
And you call him Busey?
I do.
Okay, great. Just like Gary Busey?
Short for Bucephalus.
Of course, yes.
But I do like that.
And of course, you're playing a dwarf. That's correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
Dwarf with his
conjurer.
buddy Busey.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's jump over to John.
Well, I'm playing Squirm tonight, and yeah, Squirm is a wizard that focuses on illusion magic, and I'll try to find my character voice throughout the entire first session here today. But I'm thinking of doing something a little like this, and I haven't really figured it out yet.
It doesn't
but
help that
maybe-
you have a cold.
It does not help that I have a cold because I can't hear anything that's going on. I have no idea what it sounds like at all. But I had snuck into the library, and I grew up in various gutters here and there, and well, I snuck into the library to try to steal something valuable. You know, maybe just a candelabra or something, and Drago found me. And I feared for my life. But instead of punishing me, he praised me and said it was surprising that I was able to sneak in here. He praised my talents and wanted to train me. He's given me a passion for something else besides stealing.
Yeah, the Librarium Arcana is where you meet, and so breaking into the Librarium is not so easy, especially with it being known for where he holds his class. So yeah, you did a good job sneaking in there, and he took you under his tutelage. And of course, Squirm or Skirm? It's Skirm, correct?
Yeah, Skirm.
But you kind of say Squirm. That's maybe like the way you've been kind of taking that role, squirmy.
Exactly the way I
Okay.
pronounce it.
Gotcha. Squirm. Okay, good. And
With
then
my little weasel familiar.
oh right, so you have a familiar too. And what's your familiar's name?
My weasel familiar. I was trying to come up with a really popular name. I think I want to go with Wallet.
Skirm and Wallet.
Yeah.
Skirm and Wallet, and of course he's a weasel. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Estelle, you do not have a familiar, correct?
No, I'm very lonely over here, apparently.
All right,
But you have a
Estelle,
pet rock, right?
There we go.
All right. All right. So tonight I'll be playing Roderick Lancemaster,
Oh yeah.
but my friends call me Rod.
Oh hell yeah.
I managed to get this lovely apprenticeship with our dear wizard teacher by writing him not one, not three, but 12 letters asking to meet and have an interview. So when we finally met and did the whole process, of course he accepted me. He was impressed by my keen intellect and tenaciousness. And of course, I had to pursue the wizardly arts to show myself off to my family. I have to, bring them great pride to the Lancemaster name, of course.
Mhm.
I was also going through some changes growing up that I wanted some answers to. And Zdravno, he helped answer some of those questions. Unfortunately, I got a bit excited during my my older brother Broderick's second wedding, and kind of told the entire family that I am indeed a changeling and not a human like the rest of them. We still exchange letters, of course. Everything's fine, but it's been great, moving out and establishing my independence with everybody.
They hate you. Got it. They hate
Oh,
you.
of course not. Of course not. I exchange letters with my mother all the time.
Letters like F and U.
No,
Correct.
they're so
And
and
fun.
once I become a grand wizard, of course, like I'll come home with great pride. I have to prove myself before I return home. Of course, it's a rite of passage.
That's right. Okay, so you are a changeling, but you present as a human most of the time,
Yes.
correct?
A very handsome human, yes.
Okay, great. And John, you are a human as well, correct? But not a changeling.
Yeah, human variant.
Gotcha. Yep. And then, of course, Nate is the dwarf. So we've got our crew here. You're three wizards who are apprentices under the master Zdravno. Zdravno. Sorry, I just misspelled his name. Zdravno. Zdravno. And you know Zdravno pretty well, but he's a private sort. He's well studied. He's an excellent instructor. I think all of you, we agreed, you would love him like he were a parental figure. He is that important to you in each of your lives. Rather than dwell in his, he doesn't. Even though he does, live close by in his castle, he does prefer to dwell in that small castle than to kind of like go and mingle with the people in Casavecchia at large. So he does tend to stick to himself when he's not tutoring you. So you kind of only see him the 3 times a week, and then that's really it. When you went to your lesson just a few days ago, he was missing. He was absent, and this kind of worried you all. But what are you going to do? You went about your business, you went about your lives. When you went for your next lesson 2 days later, Zdravno still was nowhere to be found. You could not shake the sense that something was wrong. And so I'm going to place the images again here.
I have heard.
Oh, I lied about that one. Here we go. So this is the one that you saw earlier, just kind of showcasing the realm, what it looks like. And today you are collecting firewood outside of the city with your friends, the 3 of you. You're noting how dark the clouds are overtaking the sunny day when you hear the sound of a cat. She appears, and it's none other than Lucia, Zdravno's familiar. There is no more. This is no mere house cat, but a companion of the great wizard himself. She walks up to you, meows for your attention, and as you go to pet her, you notice she's carrying a tiny piece of parchment. You unfold the message to find Zdravno's own writing. Here it is.
I have heard his voice in the night, yet again. There is no escape, not from this. Even the writing of this letter threatens my very being. There is but one chance. Make haste to my castle. Speak the dragon's greeting with a cuddle grasp on the spirit of light.
And so with that, you read the letter and you can sense this is definitely in your master's writing. I'm going to share this on Roll20 as well, just because I feel like we're going to need some extra reminders here. So that's coming in.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't go for Scottish Dracula, because I think that's the accent we got
Yeah,
there.
right?
I like it.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you
Sorry,
the
Bob. It
intro
says,
here.
"Speak the dragon's greeting with a what?"
Yep, I'm going to share it with you, so you'll see it coming in.
All right.
Good, because it in the small print it looks
My
like something.
God.
I
Bottle?
love this picture.
Yeah.
So this is what you see with Lucia. You can see Lucia, the cat, down there.
You just added that. I love it. It's beautiful.
So I just want to
Fantastic.
make sure they could see it on our screen here. But yeah, so in Roll20, if you look down at the bottom right, I believe you can see. Yep.
I think it's from what I see on my end.
Yeah, it looks like the cat's just out of the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. There we go. So you can see Lucia down at the bottom. Okay. And the note, which I'll share it with you on Roll20 if I haven't done so, but I'll read it again for you. Or I could have Esper read it again. Would you like Esper to read it again?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have heard his voice in the night, yet again. There is no escape, not from this. Even the writing of this letter threatens my very being. There is but one chance. Make haste to my castle. Speak the dragon's greeting with a coddle grasp on the spirit of light.
So yeah, the big thing here, the big direction is make haste to my castle, speak the dragon's greeting with a caudal grasp on the spirit of light. And you know your master not to joke or jest. He definitely would be serious. So there's a couple things you can do here. Obviously, you can speculate over the note as you would like. Also allow for Arcana checks. If you'd like to make a history check or something like that too, or investigate the note, please let me know and I will do it. But we'll just maybe go through the table. So Nate, what is it that Poof would do when you see this note?
Well, check on the cat. I want to immediately see, like, if the cat is, like, if it's been searching for us for a long time, like if it looks worn, disheveled, or if it, like, you know, seems like it is fine.
Sure. So you just want to check in on
Kind of how long the cat has been out looking for us. Like, how long ago did it bring us this note, or leave, you know, with this note?
give me an investigation check.
Excellent. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Nice. The note must have been written just a day or two ago. Zdravno seems to be in great danger and in need of urgent help, and you don't know him to have many rivals, especially none that would be considered enemies. So who he's in danger from is a mystery to you, but the note must have been written within 2 days.
Okay, so he was probably around last time we had class, but he just wasn't there.
Yeah, you had class 2 days ago. He missed it.
Yeah.
So how long ago he,
Yeah.
for what reason he missed it, that's still up in the air. But
Yeah.
John, what about you? What
Well,
does Skirm
yeah,
do?
I share that info.
Well, bring it back to my background as a thief. I'd like to see if there's any ciphers using thieves' cant or any other hidden message maybe in this message that sounds, well, I'm assuming it sounds like nonsense to me.
Give me a history
That-
check then. History
Yeah,
check.
Squirm doesn't know what the dragon's greeting cordially is. All right.
Give me a history check. Maybe you do.
12.
12. Well, you don't know if there's definitely no like you said, like ciphers or just maybe like a hidden meaning, thieves can't, something like that. That's not in this reading, but or in the note. But you probably would know that the word caudal refers to grabbing the region of a tail on a body, like it would refer to a tail. So caudal means tail. Again, though, you don't see any like hidden message. There's no thieves' cant. It's not like a code for something that you can decipher. And Estelle, what about you? What do you do?
I mean, my first impulse is, oh, I have to save my teacher, so. Friends, we obviously have to get to the entrance of the castle. We should check on him.
That's great, Rod. Wait, can I call you Rod?
Of
Roger?
course, you're my
Sorry.
friend.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh.
Don't you all live together as well? Didn't you say
Yeah.
you're like friends living together?
Yeah. All the more reason Poof would weirdly ask that.
Mm.
I feel like it's like a daily occurrence every time.
Yeah. Like, this is about the 100th time you've told me to call you Rod.
Call
I like
me
the idea
Rod,
that I
damn
call
it.
you Roddy.
Yes.
Rowdy
Um,
Roddy.
Friends,
Roddy.
we might.
Yeah, super
I
down.
I got the wrestling reference, Bob. Nice job.
Rowdy Roddy.
On our way
So-
there, would any of us recognize maybe some sort of like angel or some sort of like celestial being from like a statue in the castle that we've seen maybe
Dragon.
that makes us think of Spirit of Light?
So actually, none of you have ever been to his castle.
Oh,
You-
okay.
No.
You've only met him in your hometown in the Librarium Arcana. So
Oh, I got you.
you know he has a castle and you know where it is, but like you've never actually gone there. But if you want to, you can. And actually, when Rod says this is like no time to delay, we have to help Zdravno, Lucia the cat purrs and rubs up against your leg, seeming to like confirm that she agrees with that message. So
Yes, of course. Will you join us?
Yeah,
give me an
let's-
Arcana check, Estelle. Give me an Arcana check.
Please call me Rod, and that's a 9.
Okay.
I'm a
Nothing to
smart
add
boy.
here, but what an unsettling message. What is this grave impending danger that Zdravno alludes to? What has happened to him? These are questions and more that burn in your mind. With your master's words urging you to hurry to his castle, you take the footpath into the Duskwood. So we're going to move scene here. So again, like I said, this is going to be images coming up here, and I will share them on Roll20 when I have a chance after I'm done reading them. But Zdravno's note is done. Here is the castle approach. Eastward, through the forest, you press, carrying only what you've brought with you, and when you went out what you have with you when you left this morning. Lucia pads alongside your steps, and from time to time gives you a worried glance. After a time, you pass through a bailey wall onto the grounds of Zdravno's castle. It's a mid-sized keep with a single high tower and a gargoyle grotesques leering from many a perch. There are manicured hedges laid out in beautiful designs, although they could use some trimming. The sky overhead is drifting a march of dark clouds that look poised to rain at any moment. Through the dusken atmosphere, 2 warm firelights glow, beckoning you to approach the front entrance. And I believe you can see them there on the screen. Okay, so let's move this over too, just so we can see it a little better. Full screen for the Roll20. And as we go through the areas here, I'm going to have the players map what they see. So we'll switch over to our map view. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now this is going to be a work in progress. It's definitely not something that we're gonna be too particular over. That we're gonna like I said in the earlier notes here, perseverate on. But have your tokens here to represent where you go. Let's say you do decide to split up. Your tokens can go into different rooms, and the players are going to do their best to navigate this and diagram out at least the castle as we go. Sounds good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so here we are at the castle. What do you do?
Well, I mean, Roddy, poof.
Yes.
I mean, he said the tail of the dragon. Is there a dragon statue? Maybe we should go to the back of the. I lost it. Maybe we should go to the back of the building, because like, the tail, the back. Who enters in the front anyway? That's crazy.
there-
I see. Isn't there a Oh, these are these wait? Are
I think
these
they're
gargoyles?
I can't
Or are
tell.
these dragons?
There are. So if you want to approach the front door, you will see that there are gargoyles, a common feature through the exterior of the castle. But these 2 gargoyles certainly are at the front door. They're kind of flanking it. You want to
Can I
approach
get-
that?
Can I get in writing the first note?
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have it, but I can get it for you, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Right, I guess
Yeah.
we'll approach. Do we see like any dragon features on a sconce, or
Do
anywhere?
either of the gargoyles have a tail?
Does anyone have detect magic to see if any of these are extra magic?
I certainly do all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna
They do have a tail, by the
do a
way. Yes,
detect.
and yeah. So let me just get the note, and then I'll put you at the front door because there actually are, like I said, there's kind of like little bits of details in every picture, and that's kind of like the allure of this. So let me get that up here, but I want to get you the.
Gotcha.
I want to get you the.
While we're
note.
walking up to the door, are there shears around for like cutting the bushes? I
Are
would
there
take Mage
shears?
Hand and start to like shear some of the bushes to like make them look nice.
You don't see shears, but if you do have something that can like cut or, do you have any weapons? Out of curiosity, just like what? Do
I
you
have a old rusty hammer. That's it.
Fair enough.
You asking all of us or just him?
Everybody.
I got a quarterstaff.
I like to think I had a quarterstaff. I should have discussed this with you. That my arcane focus is the crystal that's on top of it, and it comes off and it's a dagger.
Nice. Sorry, I should have been more clear. I do have 3 darts, and my hammer it's a light hammer. It's from my first ever dig
Gotcha.
that Drav took me on.
Pretty sure I turned my signet ring into my arcane focus.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
That works. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you the note, so you have that.
Oh, lovely. Caudal grasp on the spirit of light.
Okay, so now you want to go to the front door, though, to see these gargoyles, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Dragon's greeting with a. Does
I'm
anyone
gonna-
here speak Draconic?
No, let's cast light cantrip on the gargoyle's tail.
A lot of ideas here. Let me describe the actual door for you.
let me give you a little direction.
Not that these are bad ideas. They might be the key. But here's the description of the door. So the castle door is a sturdy and reinforced door, framed with a heavy stone arch and topped with the head of a grinning grotesque, a bestial face with ram's horns, though slightly human as well. To either side of the doorway, you see sizable flames dancing within sconces fashioned from wrought iron. Considering that they give off no heat, you know these to be ever-burning sconces. They provide illumination and a fiery aesthetic without the risk of burning anything. Flanking the entrance are 2 stone gargoyles perched atop pedestals. They have bat-like wings, curling tails, and all manner of pointy bits. The one to the left has a ferocious smile, and the one to the right is locked in a scowl. But to your surprise, the monstrous head above the door speaks to you. Ho there! Oh, never mind.
Ho there! Behold, the keep of High Wizard Zdravno. If you are a friend, speak the password and you may enter. Otherwise, be gone if you value your life.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around. Start walking away for a second. Get some space.
Sure. So Poof starts to retreat.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look for other options left and right for other places to maybe check out.
Sure. Just to give you an example of what's around here, obviously you saw the approach, but you could encircle the castle. It looks like there are, there must be other ways. You see windows, things like that. Although you are aware that your master has mentioned that he protects his castle very well. Simple intruders would not be able to get in. So you feel like there must be a way to get in, an intended way for those who are not who wouldn't be intruders. But you do see that there's a bailey wall, there's gates, you can see the hedgerows, and you can see there's a big tower to the east over there. But it's within the castle.
You said caudal means like
Tail.
tail?
Mhm.
It wouldn't refer to like say like I don't know, grasping like the bottom of a torch or something like that. Like the end of something.
You could try it if you'd like.
right? The spirit of light. I mean, it sounds good to me. Shake hands with it. You try it, Roddy.
Everybody's happy with your theory as long as you try it.
Our master needs us. It's his tail. Grasp on the spirit of light. None of the dragon statues are like alit themselves, correct?
The gargoyles,
Yeah.
they have no light source.
Busey is making really judging eyes at Poof, so he feels bad and goes up to rejoin them. All right, I feel like I'm gonna grab one of the tails, see if it works.
I'll grab the other tail.
Great. I'll go up to the one on the left.
I get the one on the right.
Great. So you grab the tails of the gargoyle creatures. You just hold it in your hand. It doesn't move. It's a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens once you grab them.
Do you guys want to see if this head will talk back? I
Uh,
point up.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have an idea. I'm gonna say the dragon's greeting with a cordial grasp on the spirit of light.
I love it.
It literally says speak. Does anything happen?
What do you say exactly?
The dragon's greeting with a cordial grasp on the spirit of light.
Oh, you say the words like that. Gotcha.
Verbatim.
Gotcha. The head above the door speaks at you threateningly.
What do you think? This is a game? You have 3 choices. Speak the correct password, flee, or be reduced to smoldering ash.
And the eyes of the monstrous face radiate in a fiery glare, poised to release some sort of terrific blast.
Can I?
I swear we're friends of Zdravno. He did not give us the password though.
Yes, we're his students.
Yes.
Surely we can get a hint or some such. Oh, noble beast of the castle.
Nice, I like that.
The eyes start to glow red,
Um,
brighter
All
and
right,
brighter.
all right. Let's back up and huddle.
it's really yeah. Be back up.
Can I like roll a history for like figuring out like what's the dragon's
Roddy.
greeting? Like what a typical dragon greeting is?
What in Draconic, you mean?
In Draconic, or if it's like in reference to bringing an offering like of gold or something to a dragon.
Gotcha. No need to make a history check. If you want to think about this, what a greeting in a dragon greeting would be, you do remember your master saying hello in Draconic often. In fact, he might even start most of his classes with the greeting. Now, I don't actually know I don't know how Draconic actually sounds, but
Something like this, maybe.
it would.
What are you?
That's my
Yuan-ti?
That's my parcel.
You guys think there's something on the back of one of the torches, the sconces, that I could reach with like mage hand or something?
No,
If
I
you
like the
Google
idea
it,
of saying-
though, by the way, Estelle, if you Google it, Drem Yalok is apparently hello or hi in Draconic. That's just literally a Google search. I don't know if that's the case, but you've heard him maybe start class with that. He maybe says that before you get to your studies, before you have your wands out, things like that. He just says that as the greeting, so you've recognized that before.
Who can cast the light cantrip?
I can cast dancing lights.
Okay, so I think it's me then.
Yeah, I think you have light.
Yeah,
I
you have light. I have the party version.
I have create bonfire.
So I think I should cast light on my butt and say that word in Draconic.
Okay,
I mean, I'm being a little facetious, but like not much. I think we're close.
so you're gonna cast light
I
on
feel
your.
he just asked us if he thought it was a game, but I also love this, so please do it.
This doesn't seem very dignified. I don't think our master would open his own door like this.
He thinks Zdravno opens his own castle this way every time.
I don't know. He's a pretty funny guy.
Mysterious are the ways he teaches. That's true.
All right, so we'll say, let's just say hello in Draconic and see
While holding
Yeah.
while holding the tail.
and see what
Okay.
happens. Yeah.
John, a fiery explosion aims its way towards the group. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
I love that we're gonna all die before we even get into the.
Good.
Oh, that was terrible. 5.
5.
So it begins. That's like my best skill, by the way.
Ooh, 16.
I rolled a
5,
2.
16, 5, 16, 2.
2? Where'd you get 2? I'm 12.
Oh, sorry,
No.
not. I thought John said 2. So it's a 5,
Yeah,
a
a
12, and a 16. Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nate, you're going to pass, but everybody else is going to fail. How many hit points do you all have?
22.
26.
26.
Oh, God. Nate, you're the only one to live right now. Everybody else goes to 0. A fireball erupts at the front. Lucia ducks for cover in the bushes, but because she knew what was happening, so she kind of scurries away. But you, and if you have familiars right now, they are sent back to their plane.
Wait, but I jumped. I for sure jumped with mine.
Yeah, but unfortunately, your familiar is going to take at least a hit point. So,
Oh
or
God.
2. Well, even if you saved half, it would be 29 is 14. So you take 14, Nate.
Great.
And Skirm and Roderick are unconscious. So, the creature says to you again,
As I said, the correct password will be reduced to smoldering ash. Now flee.
so we'll say
okay.
poof. Poof, you drag their...
I drag them one at a time as far back as I can, wiping away tears,
Yeah.
thinking about Busey.
Busey's gone. Wallet is gone.
Yeah.
This is a great start.
How far is? I'm gonna try to pull them away and make camp, create a bonfire, like I don't know.
Are you sure we wake up back at the beginning of the day, back at where we woke up?
You
this
definitely
morning?
don't. No, you definitely don't.
No, I pull you away. Dang, not everything is just that. I wish I had a save point for this.
I know, right? Can't we just
Alright.
reset
No.
our save?
So I bring you both like off the property, and Bob, do I have to make medicine checks?
You will, yeah. So right now, we'll just say everybody give me 1 death save, and Nate, you can give me medicine checks for each of these people.
Alrighty.
Oh no! I got a 4.
Great.
This
This is
is
straight zip, folks. A 5 and then a 19.
Okay, so who do you want to save?
I would have
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is a bummer because I would have definitely tried to revive Roderick, and I failed, and I keep wiping away the tears, and then I'll bring up Skirm, I guess, or prevent Skirm from dying.
Prevent Skirm from dying. So we're going to wait because it's going to be a few hours before they wake up, but you maybe lick your wounds, take a rest, and Skirm will come back after the rest. Give me another 2 more for Estelle, and then Estelle, give me another death save.
Okay.
Come on. 5 and a 6.
Okay, well, Rod does
14.
pass the 1 death save, right, Estelle?
Yeah, 1 death save.
With a 14. Give me another one, Nate, and Estelle, give me another one.
12.
An 11 or a 9.
The 11 will stabilize. So, luckily, one of you lived. Incredible. You all could have died. The game could have ended right. And that's
Our
Eldritch
game, we're done
Castle.
here, folks.
Get the
Oh,
Kickstarter now.
Did someone say 4 sessions? No way. I have plans next week
Wait, we
now.
gotta roll our hit dice, am I right?
Yeah, so let's do this. So we'll say I'm going to roll the dice for how many hours they were out for. And then
No,
we'll
we're
jump back
failing
in.
at step 1.
So right now it's going to be 3 hours for both of them to wake up. So we
During
spend
those
3
hours,
hours.
I am going to ritually cast Busey back.
Fair enough. And then maybe at the end of it all, we end up having the 1 more hour of rest. We'll mark 4 hours off in the adventure so far. Okay. Keeping track of time will be important. So if this 4-hour block that we've wasted is kind of, it's your penalty basically. Now, John, you can heal if you'd like. You can roll as many hit dice as you'd like as if it were a short rest. We'll take 1 short rest here. And same with Estelle, because you're going to be at 1 hit point. So,
But while it's gone.
you can ritually cast Wallet during the short rest.
Okay.
Remember, you add your con. Oh, it looks like you already added your con into the roll. Good. So yeah, so basically after 4 hours, Busey comes back. Skirm revives himself and then brings back Wallet. You take an hour rest. You heal up as best as you can, but you're all hurt still. I'm assuming, right?
I mean, both. So that was a long rest?
No, it was a short rest.
Yeah. So I have
Max
no
of
hit
4
die,
hours.
and I'm still shy of my maximum.
So tell me your current hit points right now.
19 of 26. 19.
19 out of 26. Estelle, what about you?
I'm at 15 out of 22.
15 out of 22. And Nate?
23 out of 26.
Okay.
That must be nice.
How many hit dice did you use?
I didn't realize that was a short rest. So I would just have used 2. That got
Okay.
me there.
So you
I
have
thought
2
we
hit
were
dice
long
left.
resting and I would get 2 hit dice back.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, whoops, I messed
You
up.
know what I mean? Yeah, so then I would only use 2.
Can I subtract 7 from myself to keep 2?
Yeah, so
my
you'll be at 8 out of 22 and you keep 2 hit dice.
Yeah.
And then, John, what do you have here?
7's a good roll.
All 4 hit die.
You used all 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 0 hit dice left. And by the way, everybody, the characters are 4th level. So if anybody wasn't clear on that, they're 4th level. This is important because 4th level, you get 4 hit dice. Okay. So use all 4, John. Got it. All right. So after this short rest and everybody's revived and back, you maybe are a few hundred feet away from the castle again. You approach.
All right. Zdravno would have wanted us to learn from our mistakes, guys. I'm feeling like there might be a backside to one of those torches, those lights. And maybe if we say hello in Draconic while we find some sort of switch, maybe that'll work.
As you approach,
What? Oh no.
as you approach, Lucia comes out from one of the hedges. She was hiding because she knew
Lucia!
you were
You
all...
have to give us some hints here.
Well, Lucia will come up to Roderick and rub up against you. Her tail stands up and you pat her on the head, and you notice she, again, rubs up against you once more as you approach the door. She seems to be very, very cuddly at this point. And Estelle, I think Lucia looks just like your actual cat, your new cat.
My tuxedo cat?
Your tuxedo cat, yeah. What's how long have you had?
I've had him for about 3 months now.
3 months. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks just like your tuxedo cat.
Aw. I would pick him up, but he hates it.
That's
So
okay.
I can't show him off.
That's okay. He'll come on when he wants to.
He'll walk on my keyboard again.
So now you're at the door yet again, and of course, the guardian greets you.
I pick
Ho
up the
there.
cat.
Behold, the keep of High Wizard Zdravno. If you're a friend, speak the password and you may enter. Otherwise, be gone if you value your life.
The password.
I say,
No, that wasn't it.
No.
but hold on. We didn't come to a community agreement on that. Rod,
Wait, hold on.
Rod knows how to say hello,
Okay.
right?
I'm gonna back up with the cat and say, Lucia. Okay. It's the password, and I say the draconic word for hello. Is it that?
You take a step away from the door, correct? You're not like...
Yeah, we're gonna discuss this. I'm not going near that door.
Okay, cool.
By the way, like I don't think I heard that guy because I'm like a quarter mile away.
Lucia again rubs up against your leg and purrs.
Can I like very gently hold her tail and see what the reaction is?
She allows it.
Are you the spirit of light?
She allows it.
Sia, are you the spirit of light? Please tell me.
She purrs.
Say hello again.
I'm going to die if I get this wrong.
I go and hide behind a bush. I got your back, Roderick.
This is most certainly not having my back.
I'm better at medicine than him. I can bring you back.
Good point.
What do you say, Estelle?
Okay, I'll go with the cat. Holding the. I'm like.
Oh. So
in that way that a cat will be next to you, I kind of hold the tail.
I totally take a rope out of my little pouch and I like tie it around your waist so we can pull your body away. We don't have to get close.
I say
Okay.
the draconic.
All right,
A
so
vote of
Oh.
vote of confidence.
Well, I have the cat.
Sure.
I'm holding the cat's tail.
You go up to the door and you hold Lucia and her tail. I assume you're holding her,
Yeah,
cradling her. And you say in Draconic hello.
yeah.
Very well. You are welcome to enter. There is
There's a sound of the door being unlocked by some unseen force, and they open.
Awesome.
I
Great
start
job,
crying
Roderick.
into the cat.
Now the chat tells us that Lucia means light. What language is that? I don't know. Thank you, everyone.
Lucia.
As soon as we walk in, I cast Detect Magic. And I'm going to do that.
Yeah, basically, I'll just assume that you have it going, Nate, because I know that you can do it at will.
Oh my god, wait, is there magic in a wizard's castle? What?
No.
I figure there's going to be a lot of it.
I'm going to give you each the still image in Roll20 as well, but here is the description. So you open the door, or the door opens, and out of the overcast day and into the castle you go. The entry chamber has 3 doors, each one unique. To your left is a stone door with an 8-pointed star. Farther in, straight ahead, are wooden double doors with a mounted suit of armor aside them. To your right is an iron door, heavy and studded. You marvel at the artistic decorum of this place. The exterior of the castle was quite impressive, though imposing and menacing. The interior has a more fantastical style. Lucia whines, obviously worried about something.
Where does she seem to be looking?
Lucia?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be looking in a direction. She's kind of pacing back and forth next to the 3 of you.
I cannot do a straight line for the life of me.
That's okay. I like it. Yeah. And yeah, perfect. So that's a good little start to the map.
Alright.
Okay. Estelle, are you the drawer here? Or are you the one doing
I'm
the
trying.
lines?
I'm really trying. But there. And it looks like there's a hall that turns down.
So no, if you look straight ahead, that is that's an end. There's no left or right. Straight ahead, there's the double doors, that center room. These seem to be the only 3 options here. There's no left or right. These are the 3 options. These 3 doors.
Okay.
So your description is correct on the map.
Okay,
And
so
of course, you are
that's the-
facing north. Yeah.
Can I use Mage Hand to look behind the curtains?
Sure, you can move the curtains there. Again, similarly, they look like they're mostly decoration. They're part of the interior design. They have nothing behind them. They don't hide anything or conceal anything.
Cool.
That's obvious. You have Detect Magic up, though, and that goes for 30 feet, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does.
so.
Okay, so I would say that within this room, you can tell that there are a few magical things here. Number 1, the iron door to your right. It looks as though there's magic there. It would be It'll be clearly magical. Yep. And then the straight ahead room does not have magic. The wooden double doors do not have a magical aura. And on the left, the star room, that does give off a magical aura as well. And if you'd like, you can note the schools, correct? If you take an action.
Yeah, that would be great.
So we'll come back to you in just 1 second.
Sure.
I want to give everybody a chance to look. So you're going to inspect the doors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Skirm?
Well, I at this point, seeing that the cat was important, want to put Lucia down on the ground and see where Lucia goes.
She's Italian now, Lucia.
Yeah.
Lucia,
Back in viral.
Lucia, where are you going?
Yeah,
What's the matter with you?
I finally got onto Google and did a little So where's the cat going? Where's Lucia going?
The cat is headed towards the probably the double doors, straight ahead, the wooden double doors.
I mean, that's right where I'm going. I'm gonna walk there and I'm gonna give a little like bump ba-da-dum bump bump bump.
You give a little pep in your step and you follow Lucia through the doors or to the doors. What about you,
To the
Estelle?
doors.
What's Roderick doing?
Wait, which doors are they going to?
The wooden double doors.
Well, I want to follow the cat. I kind of eye the carpet warily because I've heard stories of these things,
Sure.
and we're in a wizard's castle.
Sure.
But I follow them over.
Sure. That's fine. So Nate, so you go over to the door. They look like they're abjuration, so something protecting them most likely.
Both of them. Yeah, cool.
Yep. And then so that's a school. You notice there are keyholes. The keyhole in the metal door, the iron door, is it looks like again there's some locking mechanism to it. The star door has a keyhole, but it's like directly in the middle of the star, and I think you can see that in the artwork too. There's a little keyhole slot there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard to see on the iron door. The iron door would be more like where a lock would be by the handle. But yeah, so the other one's made of stone. The star door is made of stone. The iron doors, of course, made of iron, and the wooden double doors seem to be mundane.
All right. I see them going. I just on my way to follow up, catch up with them. Is that like some stone, like carving, engraving up top in the picture?
In the picture, yeah, it does look like there's again
It's
adding to the
nice.
fantastical style of the art here.
Okay, just general art. Though.
Yeah,
I don't know
general
if it's
art,
anything.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
There are also
Yeah,
some
I catch up with them.
braziers, suit of armor, things like that. Estelle, what'd you say you were inspecting again, or you just headed to the door?
And yeah, I'm just following them
Okay,
over there. Although I guess I would admire the suit of armor.
sure. It is plate armor, and it's sized for a human, maybe above average height. It looks like it's fastened to a wooden mannequin. Inside it, there are also boots fastened to the floor. It holds a halberd.
I want to steal it so badly, but I know I shouldn't.
Okay.
The Lance
Estelle.
Master in me calls for it.
The Lance Master calls for it. Excellent. All right, so John, you want to open those doors?
Uh-oh.
Was that a
Muted.
yes? You're muted. Was that a yes?
Yes, I don't know how to do the knock. It's like I gave a
Oh, you knock on the door first?
Did that knock come through?
It did not. No.
Okay. The standard like bump ba-da-dum bump and then lower bump
Is it
bump.
like that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Sure.
Nothing happens. It seems to be unlocked. You test the knobs.
Right, I'm gonna open it.
I
Alright,
stand to
great.
the side of the door in case it spews flames out again.
It doesn't spew flames out. I'll give you this picture here, though. This is a great hall.
Whoa! Is that a
Yeah.
floating head?
Yeah.
And a
So you
bloody
enter
sword?
It is. You enter the Great Hall. It's a large space of feast tables, carpets, and tapestries and other artistic works. On the far side, far wall, there's an open archway that leads to a dim corridor. That's on the left. As well, there's a set of wooden double doors with a sculpted head of a falcon set above them. That's straight ahead. And to your right, there's a single wooden door. The most striking thing about this great hall, though, is a monstrous head levitating in the air. It's a metal sculpture nearly as big as a person's entire body, floating above the pedestal, and from time to time, a sheen passes over one central eye. It resembles a cyclops, complete with spikes and tusks, and its countenance is a non-stop scowl. As you behold the floating head, it calls to you.
I am the guardian. What has been bound for many year, ever gazing at the guests in my master's home, ever watchful for thieves in the night and betrayers behind his back. Step no closer. Be warned.
Why did Zdravno send us here with no warnings?
This is not a happy place. I thought we were helping. I didn't think we were being tortured.
Oh, that's cool, Bob.
What's that?
The eye just went like green.
Oh, in the animated
flash?
image. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna freeze, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm even afraid to take a step back. I gotta be honest.
I listened.
We are guests of the wizard of this castle and his cat.
You say that to the
Yes, I don't take any steps
statue?
closer.
So you say that your friends, basically. You try to get them to believe that you're supposed to be here.
Yes.
Gotcha. He says to you,
He says, I will not be rushed. I have not given you leave to slink about the castle.
What is it you need to have us prove our worthiness?
Prove that you are truly who you say you are.
I pull out my scroll of pedigree. Does this prove it?
This proves nothing.
Oh.
How
What?
can
What?
proof be given?
Yes. What evidence do you need?
Nate, I'm just going to give you one heads up here. Strong evocation and transmutation magic are emanating from the Cyclops.
Yeah. I tell them immediately. I'm guessing he's really powerful, just like kind of the entrance.
And Estelle, what was the question you asked to him again?
I wanted to know what evidence we had to provide.
If you say you are in search of Zdravno, then prove it.
Oh, we have a letter he gave us.
Yeah.
So you present
And
the letter?
Lucia.
Not
Lucy-
present the letter.
Yeah, actually.
But
So
also
hold
the
on.
cat.
Do you call on Lucia?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So Lucia will enter the room. She seems to be more at home here. She purrs and she tries to, get your attention and all that. Ultimately, she wants to be pet more often than not. But she comes in and she's happy, and you show the letter, the note, and he says to you,
Bring the note closer. I need to inspect it.
Can I have your word that we will not be harmed if we come closer to show you the note?
Silence. When I give a
just try-
command, you follow it.
Well, you told us not to go forward, so we don't
I take my
understand.
mage hand and put it over Skirm's mouth.
Okay. Okay.
And then I offer my
friends,
mage hand to Roderick.
friends, I will do this. I pick up the cat in one hand and I show off the note in the next, and I take a little step. If I'm still not smited, I take another little step over.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
step
yeah,
forward,
you-
Roderick
Another
takes. I take one step backward.
every step he takes.
Just-
Fair enough. You separate a little bit from the party.
Yes.
You head
See,
over
this is-
towards.
This is our master's familiar. She would not let us hold her like this were she not familiar with us and friendly.
When you get close, the creature says,
Hold up the note. Let me study it.
Here.
You can hold up the note. He seems to be reading it, his green eye kind of shimmering and focusing on the letters of the note. He says to you,
Zdravno cannot be missing. I've watched over this estate since the day I was cast, and I have yet to fail in my task. The master has not left the castle since he last returned a few days ago.
Then he called us in here to check up on him, of course.
so you kind of try to reason with him, and the note, Lucia, all these things kind of seem to put the puzzle together for him. And he says,
You do seem to have good intentions. Hear me. I am Vlorganthrix, the Watchful, guardian of this great hall. If you can prove that you are also adept of mind, you will have my permission to venture forth. Solve now this riddle, if you can. Some believe I am many a thing. Some believe I am nothing. I am a drop of rain inside the sun, as it beams bright after the day is done.
I'll send you that.
Yeah, can I get that written down?
Yeah.
I love riddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
come
just don't-
back.
We're all truly wizards here. We want to solve a riddle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just thought they'd all be ripped off from Lord of the Rings. This is great, Esper. I'm kidding.
An egg.
These are too hard. I know. I was like, I've read everything in literature. I could do those ones. Original ones? I'm like, oh god, my brain. The answer wasn't given to me.
All right.
No, I love it.
this.
I love it.
Oh,
I
wait.
have a couple ideas, but I want to read it again.
All right, I'm sending it to you right now in roll 20.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, should be coming to you right now.
Nice.
And I'll read it again in my own voice. You do seem to have good intentions. Vlorganthrix says, Hear me, I am Vlorganthrix, the watchful guardian of this great hall. If you can prove that you are so adept of mind, you will have my permission to venture forth. Solve now this riddle, if you can. Some believe I am many a thing. Some believe I am nothing. I am a drop of rain inside the sun as it beams bright after the day is done.
Okay, huddle.
Yeah.
All right.
We huddle up.
So, I felt pretty good until the last line. I thought it was a rainbow.
Yeah,
And then-
same.
And then I don't get the day is done part. Because then
It
that
could've
sounds like
just been there to make sure it rhymes with the other line.
okay. Is it like a star or the moon? Maybe.
Is it the moon?
Who is
I was thinking
proficient
more of
in...
it. It's like
What?
shadow or sorry,
Mm.
Who's proficient in history?
I
me.
think. Yeah, me too.
Okay. If you would like to make some checks, there are some things that your characters might know of the setting. There's some things that you're like Nate, John, and Estelle would not know. So I would allow for some history checks. If you're proficient in history, go ahead and make it. I'll also let John. I think you have good investigation, correct, or insight? Which was it?
Insight.
Insight. Make insight for me.
Oh,
Average rolls continue. 15.
15. Okay, great. And Estelle or Nate, did you roll a history?
Yeah.
Not nearly as well.
I got a
Okay.
24.
And I got a 16.
Okay, great. So here's some of the things you might know. Number one, on the history side of things, you might recognize, or at least the style of the riddle, or maybe even the riddle itself. You might have heard something similar to it. This is one of the many riddles crafted by the Labyrinth Lord of Bazagon. He's a mysterious arch-fae who creates wonders of artifice that many people claim are not possible. Now, for Estelle, you might think of this more logically. You can test your potential answers against each line. So if you might think the example would be, what did you say before, John? I'm not sure what you said.
A rainbow.
Okay, a rainbow. Whatever it would be, test it against each line. That would probably provide you a little way to check your answers here. And Nate, John, Skirm got an insight pretty high, right? 15 or so?
Yes.
So the hovering ahead seems very straightforward. Given that he watches over only this one area, it's likely that whatever has happened to Zdravno is contained elsewhere in the castle. So getting passageway is kind of important. This head really, it doesn't seem like he moves around quite a bit. He stays there. So again, that's not necessarily about the riddle itself, but that's just more your
Yeah.
insight on the scenario. All right. So he says to you,
Provide me your answer, and you can traverse through the castle.
How many guesses do we get?
Guesses? This is not a game. Provide me the answer, or else I will destroy you with my eye.
Cool. Cool.
Cool.
Ah, man.
It's been quite some time since I've disintegrated somebody. I look forward to it.
Ah. Samesies. That last line is really,
It's throwing me off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I want to say rainbow, but it's just not.
Something like star, right? A moon. Is there any sort of thing like a comet? I don't know.
Well, like the drop of rain inside the sun, right? To
That
me,
definitely feels rainbow.
that feels rainbow. But and I can make an exception for the many a thing and nothing. Like, you can never find a rainbow, but some people think it's gold. But like, I feel like I'm making excuses there.
No, it's like
Right.
many colors, but it's also like it's nothing if you were to touch it.
Yeah. As
So
it beams bright after the day is done. So, is it the Milky Way? No, but then that's drop of rain part doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, right.
Halley's Comet.
So what's bright after the sun as the day is done? Like
I mean-
firefly?
Maybe it is. fire.
Ooh, Firefly is not a bad. Starlight, Fireflies. My first beer after the day is done.
give me an investigation check, Estelle. I think do you have the investigation, or is it another character?
I don't have no.
It's Nate.
Mine. Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
It might just be fire.
Yeah.
12.
12. You would probably assume that last line, I am a drop of rain inside the sun as it beams bright after the day is done, is, again, a simple way of clarifying that first line, I am a drop of rain inside the sun. It kind of adds the rhyme to it. It ties together. There's a comma there. So it would be, I am a drop of rain inside the sun. So it would probably be that one you have to check against, not the beams bright after the day is done.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think? Fire? If can we spread out a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's fire.
Right. That seems so.
Well, based off what the DM just said,
Yeah.
Is
Then rainbow.
does
You'd
it
have
not
to check
sound
it.
more
You'd
like
have to check it
rainbow?
against the first three lines, basically.
Yeah. Well, then rainbow sounds really great.
Right?
Rainbows have a lot of colors, and
Look, I went up to against the door by myself last time. Someone else can do this, please.
I could go for it.
I'm gonna just back up.
I push Busey way away.
Yeah,
If you want,
I
you-
let Wallet go. I'll hide in a corner somewhere.
You could even go to a different room. I mean, first off, you guys are right here right now.
Can I
in
keep
this
holding
room.
Lucia? I'm sorry, Lucia.
Ooh, you want to hold
Lucia.
Lucia? You want to hold her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Hold on to Lucia. Sure. Yeah. She'll let you hold on.
I'll watch Wallet.
I don't have my own familiar to hold on to.
You can hold to Lucia. Yeah.
I mean, it's so back. I keep going back and forth. So we're just to clarify, Mr. DM, that we're okay. That insight check let us know that maybe that last line is not as important as the first three.
Yeah. So you have to check your answer against the first three exactly. And the other checks you made, I'll just run through everything again so you have every bit of information. So again, it says, some believe I am many a thing. Some believe I am nothing. I'm a drop of rain inside the sun. And your checks got you a couple things. Number one, you got to check it against each line. The the history check gave you that this is a riddle crafted by the Labyrinth Lord of Bazagon. He is a mysterious archfey who creates wonders of artifice that many people claim are not possible.
Okay.
So they're not possible.
Like a rainbow at dark.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Done.
Alright.
Estelle. Well
Love
done.
it.
All right.
Please call me Rod.
Hey, Roddy, that was a. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Roddy, that was a great idea, Roddy. Well done.
Yeah, you're so good at this stuff, Roderick. Sorry, Rod.
Oh,
So who's going to give the answer? And how do you present yourself to give it?
I'll do it this time.
you got this.
I'm over here with the
Only if I get
familiars.
the first prize.
Sure.
So I guess I'll take a really small step forward. Like I got like half a square on the floor. And I'll say, I think I have the answer. It is a rainbow at nighttime.
Just rainbow. Keep it short and simple. Ah.
Am I correct, good sir?
You are wrong. I will fire a disintegration ray if you answer further a wrong answer. Choose your next words wisely.
Oh.
Why'd you say it was at night?
I thought that's what we agreed upon.
A riddle is just one answer.
It's okay. We're all in this together, team.
Okay. It's okay, guys.
Fire.
The moon?
So I believe I have many a thing.
And then the nothing part comes when it wanes.
I believe I have nothing.
Oh. The full moon, half a moon, crescent moon, and then you're right, when it wanes it's nothing. Even though it's still there.
And the moon gets its light from the sun.
But a drop of rain inside the sun.
But the moon gets light from the sun.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
It's just a reflection.
And
Okay.
it beams bright after the day is done.
Alright. Maybe we should have went with that answer.
We're not dead yet. So let's try.
All right.
I
Yeah.
can
dig it.
roll a new character. It's okay.
I'm gonna.
I've always wanted to play a blade slinger.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna come right up to Skirm and stand with my hands, like my hand on his. Can I reach your shoulder? I don't know. I'm gonna reach up to his shoulder. Say,
I'm
you
young.
Got this.
Yeah.
You got this, friend.
Lucia will squirm out of Roderick's hands and
Oh,
go stand next to Skirm, and she'll just kind of like rub up against you. She seems anxious and nervous yet again.
Oh shit.
Lucia. Psst. I get on the floor and I crawl over. Psst. Lucia. Is the answer moon? Lucia.
She
La
gives you
luna, la
no.
luna.
She gives you no response, obviously, but she does purr and rub up against Skirm's legs before you enter into the room yet again. She seems again anxious, pacing back and forth.
La luna. Okay. I guess she doesn't speak Italian. Okay. So I'm gonna do it, I think, guys. Are we okay, everyone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, much more confidently this time.
Wait. It might be stars instead. Because it's a many a thing, but during daylight it's not there, so it's nothing. And stars are smaller than the sun.
Oh, they are much.
Rain to the
They are much
sun.
smaller.
Oh
And
yeah.
beams right after the day is done. Lucia.
I think she's got a point.
Lucia. It's
Thank
the
you,
answer stars. Lucia. I'm turning into an old man.
She does not confirm or deny the answer. Thank you, Itsy Bitsy Spider, for the 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate that, as always. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. John, do you want to try one of the answers?
Well, I was confident in one of. I said that and it was wrong, and then I was confident in another one, and then a better answer just presented itself. We roll odds or evens? Oh, wait! Stop! I'm stupid. Stop. Done. Stop. Sorry. I forgot. I'm a wizard, and I can do things. So.
Oh gosh, augur.
Yeah, we don't have a time frame here.
Well, you don't have a time frame.
Wow.
Your master is in dire
I'm about
need
to
of
use a
saving.
ritual spell, because
Okay.
Oh no, it casts silence on him.
Yeah, John, I think you got too cargy again.
Oh, John, will we hear you? Or you? Yeah, we don't hear you. Yeah. Are you muted? Maybe the headset came undone.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Your headset's connected? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Might have just saved his life.
Okay, my question is real quick.
I don't know what just
Can we
happened.
do-
Hear me
oh.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as
So
clear,
the
though.
headphones are
Try them
dying
again.
or something.
Try them again. Try replugging them or something like that.
Okay.
Lord Dan thinks he can't even talk. Don't do it.
Estelle, you were about to say something?
I was wondering, like, if we could just step out of the room again to do the augury rather
Yeah.
than in front of the floating head.
No, I assumed based on the map that you are just kind of at the doorway, so you're kind of
Yeah.
like talking about it, and you're not describing your thoughts in front of him. You're kind of just chilling.
Yeah, me and Poof just like make small talk as he's ritual casting.
can you hear me now?
Yes, very good. Yeah.
I don't know what. So that's really scary. I'm not a spiritual person, but like, as soon as I came with my idea, my headphones just cut out. Interesting, but I'd really like to do an 11-minute cast of augury.
Sure. Yeah. So I can. So I'll give you a little bit of a heads up about the time frame. I told you before we played this game that time is going to matter. Like in the in-game, time is going to matter. So you spent 4 hours outside. Obviously necessary. You almost all died. But now you're in the castle. Every room will take some time to explore. So even just like investigating, even if it's like we speak and it's only a couple minutes, investigating a normal room will take around 10 minutes. If it's a rather elaborate room, like this room, anything you do in it, if you're not just passing through, will take 20 minutes. All right, so I'm going to be keeping track of it. So even if in real life we might have spent 20 minutes at this point in this room, but investigating in game time, a room is 10 minutes, or an elaborate room 20 minutes. So I'm marking that down. I'm keeping track of it as we go through because time does matter.
Yeah.
Now again, you can choose to take rests. You can do whatever you like. It just may affect the outcome of the game.
So augury, for those of you who don't know, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. It's a spell that basically it's a divination spell that allows me to kind of get a 4-choice answer from a deity, whether or not what I'm about to do is a good idea, bad idea, good and bad, or neither good nor bad.
Yep.
So I have my dice, and I'm ready to roll my 4-sided die.
Go for it.
All right. I do it.
Why do you need to roll a 4-sided die?
No, I mean there's the 4 options.
Oh, okay.
So
We
it
don't roll
says
it,
it could be a
but-
dice, it could be oracle bones, it could be things I
see.
just
I see. So it's the way that it manifests your.
yeah. I'm like
okay,
a
gotcha.
slimy guy. I have dice for card
dice.
games and stuff. It could be cards, it could be anything.
I like it. Yeah. So you're gonna take us some dice and some cards and do your augury ritual, which costs you 11 minutes. We'll say it's 10 minutes or so in game time. So you do augury, and what's the plan of action that you're trying to get from this one?
Should I say moon?
Should you say moon?
Moon is the answer. Moon.
And this will be a whoa. It will be bad results.
All right. So stars. We all agree. We should then say stars. Is that our next best option?
I like it.
I say, Poof, you can, I want to let you know that I have a a whole collection of things under my pillow that you might like. You can have them. And Roddy, there's a journal there in my nightside bureau. You got to take the false bottom out. Burn
So-
it, please. Burn
so-
it, burn it, burn it.
Clear
So-
your
Of
history. I get it.
Clear.
Yeah.
So Skirm is he takes out his dice and cards, and
Thanks,
you
buddy.
deal out some, and you roll the dice. You know, maybe you're like, it's for you. Your augury is like playing craps. You roll sevens, and so it's bad for the table here. And of course, you're like, okay, not moon, going with stars. You give off, you sell, or you give off your last remaining items to people in case this goes wrong, and you step into the room with Vlorgandrix. What do you say?
I'm afraid to even do any, like, I want to give some, like, long... I'm ready to solve the riddle, good sir.
Good. You've made me wait long enough.
I apologize for making you wait. It was not my intention. I'm afraid of death.
The answer
Star.
now.
Stars?
Wrong. But
I can't
yet,
50 step.
a clever answer, indeed.
Okay.
I've rendered all the assistance I can for the time being. Consider yourselves lucky that you're still standing. Oh, how I long to use the arcane ray my master imbued me with. Even though you've given me an insufficient answer, I do believe that you're here on Zdravno's behalf. You may look around the castle, but beware. There could be dangers that lurk around every corner. I am remaining here if you need any further assistance, but do not test my patience.
I
Thank
lean
you.
over to Poof. I was like, do you think he'd get angry if I asked him what the answer was?
I mean, I'm dying to know.
We might be dying.
That's yeah, but I mean, it might be worth it.
If it's something, like, really close.
I really want to know, but we don't have the time.
It's just star, not plural.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that would be tedious.
It's not semantics like that. It's not or I guess it is semantics. The whole thing is semantics, but it's not like having it plural or not. It's not the case. It's the wrong answer, basically, is what he tried to convey. However, you know, of course, he may be more helpful if you can provide him the answer later. He may have additional things to assist you with. But right now, the only thing he's granting you with your clever answer is to just not be killed.
Okay.
Granting me my life is all I've ever wanted.
Yeah, that seems
Fair
fair.
enough. So, where to now?
So I'm now for sure riding on a Tensor's floating disc because I did the ritual cast when he was doing the ritual cast.
Okay,
Nice.
So I just want to ride around on it
sure.
with
Busey?
Busey. How about that bloody sword over there? I
It's
would
not
love
bloody.
to investigate that.
It's not a
No?
bloody
It's
sword.
a crest
It's a
and
crest.
shield.
Oh. Yeah.
How about that thing holds 500 pounds? We're all chilling on it, right?
Yeah, sure. It's 3 feet wide.
Does it hold 500?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll go on that. Why not?
Underrated spell.
3 feet in diameter. 1 inch thick.
Oh.
3
3
feet
feet.
around.
I'm like
That's the tough
sweating.
part.
That was really nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so you
I've
want to check
always
out the
thought I was-
sword?
I always thought I was good at riddles. This is ridiculous.
It's
Right?
a hard riddle.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I thought
kinda-
Rainbow was pretty clever. I thought Moon was clever. I thought Star was great.
Hey, remember,
I have no idea what it could be now.
Is
just
the problem
remember,
I'm
just
the
remember-
most sober I've ever been?
that's why. That's why you messed it. Just remember a couple things though. So if you do present the riddle, or the correct answer to the riddle, perhaps there'll be some benefit to that later. It's not like now that you've passed it, that won't come up again. So you have some time to think about it. But for right now, making haste is probably good. Where do you want to go? Nate, I know you want to check out the sword.
Yeah, I want to pull the curtains with Mage Hand. I want to look at the sword and
Mhm.
shield.
I'm so scared
is
of
there-
touching curtains.
Yeah, and is there anything to the left, or is that like the edge of the room over?
That's the edge of the room. So the three
cool.
ways out of this room are to the
Yeah.
again. This faces the north. So there's
Yep.
2 doors that head north. The big double doors. Those are pretty obvious center in the room. There's an open corridor to the left, and then there's a right side door that exits to the east.
Sweet.
I'm thinking we want to find up in whatever way. You know, like we want to
You
head
do-
up the castle.
You do know there's a
So-
tower. Yes.
And there's a table in here, right?
There's a table. It's got like a feast table. There's food and stuff like that here.
Are there any keys on it?
No keys. No. The table does look as though it's been dressed, ready for a feast, and there's some food there, but it's rotting.
Oh no! Like I could have used some HP from some Heroes Feast.
The classic RPG, just eat like 100 apples to
Yeah.
regain HP.
Like there's a random roasted chicken on the floor we can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That table, by the way, is 80 feet long and 60 feet wide. Sorry, oh my God, I lied to you. That's the whole room. It's 80 feet long
Oh.
and 60 feet wide.
I'm about to say I don't think you
found
have that
giants.
much.
It's for
That's a
giants.
Giants.
That's a table.
But this very large table is kind of like there on the left-hand side. You can see partially consumed food on the table. It looks as though it's been there for 2 days.
All right, fellas.
So yeah, Bob, just if I quick look behind the curtain and if I look at the sword and shield, anything.
No, nothing strikes you. You look behind the curtains. You see the sword. They all seem mundane.
Anything
Mm.
magical?
The sconces on the wall are ever-burning torches.
And I
the-
don't recognize the like the symbol on the sword shield.
No, it seems unfamiliar to you. The only thing that's would shows magic at all is Vlorgan Thrix himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Well-
does it
Okay.
look like? Sorry, one thing about the
No,
food. If I could roll or whatever, does it look like there were lots of people that ate at this table?
You would know that a keep of this size would have at least a few staff members, no matter what, in addition to whomever is in Zdravno's family or something like that. So maybe like enough for 10 or under.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, though, like I said, there's nothing else magical emanating from this room other than the torches and Zdravno. Or sorry, not Vlorganthrix. So, which direction do you want to head, or which door do you want to inspect?
It was you said one of them was just like an open archway, right?
Yeah, to the left, exactly.
I'm
It
gonna
has-
Path
say-
of least
Put it there.
resistance.
it is
Yeah.
the least
Yeah.
resistance. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna look through there. I'll
I
contemplate.
float over there.
sure. Yeah, so you're floating. Yeah, the corridor is rather lengthy one. You can see it has a couple of sharp bends. There is magical torch fires illuminating the hall at periodically at intervals. However, you still see there's plenty of shadow and it's dark.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights in the shadows.
Sure, you cast dancing lights and it becomes dim. I mean, it was already dim, but you illuminate some areas with more dim light. Gets a little brighter, but until you go in or something, you really don't experience the darkness yet. You're still in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the dancing lights closer to myself and surround myself with it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a step in.
Sure. You start to walk down, and like I said, it's a lengthy hall. Eventually, though, if everybody follows you, do you want to continue down?
How does Lucia look?
Lucia follows you. Yeah, she's with
Okay.
you.
Right.
Yeah, I will follow her.
Okay. So you can see the corridor here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn off the
and this is
music
like
'cause-
straight on. From
Yes, it goes straight, but it's north, but it's a long corridor. How long exactly? It's hard to tell. It might go as 100 feet or so. Not quite sure. Yeah.
Love the animations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
very
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah. The corridor is, like I said, lengthy, sharp turns. Despite the magical torch fires, the shadows here are dark and pervasive. Eventually, about 40 feet of the way in, you look to your left, and you can see a typical looking door. The corridor does continue further on, though, past your sight.
I want to be really stupid and just try the door.
Yeah, let's go through every door.
I
Let's
was
do
about to
this
say.
video
Yeah.
game style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
let's check
test the door.
The door seems unlocked. It's wooden. It doesn't have any mechanism for locking it that you notice.
No magic.
No, none
So-
that you detect. No.
Excellent.
Okay,
I'll peek
I
it open
it.
slowly and let Wallet look through. Wallet has dark vision and stealth. So let's
this
send
is
Wallet in. This is my typical, thieving routine.
Sure.
What does Wallet see?
You see an armory. He says I guess telepathically he can relay back to you that there's a suit of armor, some purple lights. What's his personality like, Wallet?
A little mischievous, but factual.
So he like goes in. He's like, I see purple
How I would
lights.
describe a weasel.
Purple
I love
lights. There's purple lights. Oh, there's armor and weapons. Weapons, lots of weapons. You're gonna want these weapons. Should I
All right.
take a weapon for you?
Don't be silly. You can't pick up a weapon.
I'll try.
You're going to cut yourself again like last time. Remember when you fell in love with an axe? Oh, that's crazy. Yes,
He says-
love this room. Oh my god.
I remember that. I still got an axe to grind against you.
You were grinding against an axe, all right.
He'll retreat back to the hallway, and now you feel satisfied with his response. You open the door, and you can see this chamber. You find an armory. There are a couple of weapon racks. You see a traditional weapon rack on the right-hand side, and another that's rather unorthodox, fashioned from small, leafless, twisted tree. It's like just in its little pot. You can see ever-burning braziers, but these ones have purple fire that bathe everything in a fantastical light. There's a heavy iron panel set into the north wall. Nearby is an iron statue, like that of a knight in bulky armor, but it's a statue, with its hands raised up, palms facing the ceiling.
I walk up right in front of it and copy its pose.
And actually, really good call here, Estelle. Yes. So I guess looks like you're placing the. Yeah. It looked like you'd be placing it as if you headed left, but the picture is facing north, so you might have to rearrange some of these things.
Wait, I'm so confused because we went off to the hall.
No, you everything's right. This room is
The
in the right
hallway
spot.
bend.
Nope. The room is in the right spot. You're good. Everything's good so far. However, the panel that you put, I assume, is right here on the map, to the left. Correct? Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh.
the door?
Yeah, maybe I can help you a bit.
That's
So
on the north side.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
I
move
see.
it.
it's
Yeah.
like this. Okay, so that's the door. Here is the knight. I assume you were talking about, or no, the weapons. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to do A for armor. It's
so
really hard.
So here's the armor. Okay. Here's the
Okay.
regular weapon rack, and the tree weapon rack is to the left-hand side here. That I won't be able to move very easily. Let me move it. Oh God. Okay, we'll try this at a later date. But the tree is up here, so it's to the top left of the room.
I think we're gonna need a bigger map.
Okay. No, actually, I don't think so. I think you're scaling it pretty well.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to delete all this, and you just redraw this circle here, or the square.
Or
All right.
three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Redraw that. But yeah, you're close. You're on track here. So you're not far off. All right. I just want to clarify the picture that you're seeing here. You're looking north, and you entered from the east.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not trying to give gotcha moments with the map. It's if I see you do something wrong, I'll correct you.
And there's a spear in the tree.
Good. Cam W, thank you. You like my weasel pose? It's basically just putting my hands right up to my face. It's my weasel pose.
Does the tree resemble the statue at all? Or...
Not at all. Mm-mm.
Okay, great.
Not at all.
Do these things feel magical?
Well, Nate, you have detect magic, correct?
Hmm?
Okay. So, within 30 feet, you can tell that the statue itself appears to have magic imbued in it. Evocation. The iron panel. Actually, yeah, it does. Abjuration magic. Excuse me.
Oh.
Abjuration magic from the panel.
Sure.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Is not knock is Oh geez, what's the spell
Arcane
for
lock?
locking things? Yeah, is that abjuration or conjuration?
Abjuration, I believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's part of my sub race thing.
Okay.
But
Um,
Nate, do you
I
want to
pass along that the statue is probably able to protect entering that door. I sense
Okay.
evocation on it. Sorry, Bob. What?
Did you want to investigate something particular?
The tree. Yeah, I would want to investigate the tree.
Okay. And what about you, Estelle? What's Roderick going to look at in this room?
I mean, I really want to take a look at that spear. You know, again, anything that looks like a lance, I want to check it out.
Fair enough. And Skirm, what do you want to look at in this room?
I'm really interested in that tree.
Okay.
But I walked right up to the suit of armor and I copied its pose.
Gotcha. That's fine. And as you enter the room, Lucia scurries in after you. She seems to not want to stay in that hallway for too long by herself, so she heads in with you. We'll go to the as you all get in and get a little closer to the statue, and especially Skirm, you approach it. When you get within 10 feet of it or so, the armored statue moves. Its left hand lowers, extending a palm with a keyhole built into it.
Oh, very cool. We really gotta find some keys, guys.
Indeed.
Maybe we'll find like a janitor's closet or something. I don't know.
Does it
The
look like a...
weapons-
Sorry, Estelle.
I was just wondering if the weapons rack had a key in
Yeah,
it.
that was exactly my question. Like, does it look like a standard keyhole?
So you look at the weapons, and they seem mundane. They're normal. I mean, they're hanging there on the tree limbs. On the other side, they're also very similar. They are, again, just hanging out. Their weapons are exactly what you see. So hand axes, spears, flails, long sword, a short sword. There's a bow. There's a quiver. You can take them if you'd like. You can inspect them, touch them. Nothing happens. But as you stay in this room for quite a couple of rounds, where you start to investigate what's in here, the statue starts to glow.
Guys, it's loaded with evocation. I feel like we gotta get going.
You can even see in the animated image, electricity starts to course around the statue.
All right.
I leave the room.
Through the door. Yeah. We're not going to go into the next door?
Ah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That was really cool, Bob.
Yeah, so
And then-
you leave the room, and then as you do, just get out, and Lucia, your whole zoo of familiars following. The lightning arcs throughout the room, and you feel like if you stayed in that room for much longer, you would have been hit by that blast of lightning.
Let's go.
All right.
So we
Next
need to
door.
talk. Did I learn anything from the tree?
No, nothing. It seems mundane. And after you leave the room and you just kind of glance back in it, the statue seems to reset in its original pose, back to where it was.
We'll come back here, I'm guessing.
We need to find some keys.
Yeah. Onward down the hallway.
Okay, continue down the hallway. So,
If that's what
Back
you
into
want to
the
do,
hall.
Roderick. I don't know. You know.
yeah, well, you have to go back into it no matter what, because,
I do the dancing lights and I try to march down the hall.
sure. So you go down to the corridor, and you continue further north, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Unless we want to go back and check any of the doors in the last place. In the last room.
Oh, that's true. You could go back to Vlorganthrix.
I'm good to keep going down this way.
Keep going.
We're here.
Okay. So you continue down the corridor. As you walk further down, and it starts to slink back and forth, you feel like you might go for another 20 feet or so around that last bend, when you can see shadowy figures start to move away from the walls. It looks like almost like they are humanoid in their shape, and they reach out towards you.
Turn
Everybody roll,
around!
I put a bonfire between us.
roll initiative.
And them.
Roll
Oh, no.
initiative.
Oh. Did my bonfire go off?
No, we'll do that in initiative.
Oh no.
Oh, I gotta roll. Oh no. Okay, let's go.
This is
How do I? Man, I do not use Roll20 very often.
Oh no!
Ooh, Skirm, we need you.
I got a 14.
I got a 2.
I got a 7.
All right, so 14 for Skirm, 2 for Roderick, and 7 for 7, right, Nate?
7, yeah.
7 for Poof.
Hi, guy.
All right. So we start with, I believe it's Skirm. No, unfortunately, these shadows get the jump on you. So there are 3 shadows. They, again, like I said, come from the walls where there's like maybe this ever-burning sconces that are dim here. It would cast a shadow. They come out from it, and again, it's a narrow hallway. I mean, maybe 10 feet wide at the most. They're going to attack, and I think 2 of them are going to get to you, and the other's going to kind of slink its way around you towards the rest of the group. So we'll do 2 attacks on Skirm. What is your armor class right now, Skirm?
13.
So one's going to hit, and it's going to do 8 damage, necrotic,
Wonderful.
and your strength score is reduced by
Who cares?
4. By 4. And then
Can
one
I-
against...
4?
Yep.
Can
and
I
then
no
one
longer pick my head up?
No, you can pick your head up, yeah.
I have a 4 strength right now.
That's still able to move, yeah. Mhm.
Run away!
And then, Nate, what's your armor class?
15.
14. You got lucky there. So the creatures reach out for you, and they hit you once, and they really drain the energy of Skirm. Like I've told you before, if you choose to retreat, you can disengage, and you can get back to Vlorgenthrix. That's up to you. But it's your call if you want to fight. It's your turn, John.
We gonna try to fight group?
We could take a what is it? What's the type of retreat where you fire off something and then run 30 feet and then fire and run?
Kite?
I
Kiting
don't
the
wanna-
creatures?
All right, I guess I'm gonna disengage and run.
Okay. All right, so you disengage and you run back towards Vlorgenthrix. What about you, Nate? What are you doing?
I yell, we're trying to help Zdravno. Please stop hurting us. As I run.
Okay, so you-
Tensor's disc along. I realized
Yeah.
I cannot telekinetically move Tensor's disc. It just stays within 20 feet of me as I run.
Oh, gotcha. So you
Yeah,
can't
so I-
ride
I-
it.
Just wanted to clarify.
So do you have
yes,
Busey
I could
in the
sit
bowl?
on top of it.
Right. But do you have Busey in the bowl then, and he follows
Yep.
you? Okay.
Yep. Busey in the bowl on Tensors.
The shadow swipes at the bowl. Busey squirts water out of his nose. Actually, he's not Horsey the Pokemon. I don't think he can actually shoot. anything.
Legit seahorse.
He's a legit seahorse.
Yeah.
It's not
He doesn't have
horse.
can't do water gun. Okay, got it.
Bubble. He's got a bubble.
He's bubble beam.
Actually,
I don't know.
he legitimately has splash.
Bubble beam.
For all those Pokey fans out there.
I think
We've
I've
never
legitimate-
seen what a seahorse does when it's in a bubble in our atmosphere. This is unprecedented.
I think I just always thought in my mind that seahorse's anatomy is like that of Horsey, the Pokemon. I think I just in
It's
my
not
mind.
too far off.
It's
They
not
do
that far
have
off.
their mouth does poke it is
Yeah,
long.
they have the pulled out mouth and they got the curled
Okay.
tail.
They're
Yeah.
filled-
If anything, this feels kind of abusive to the seahorse in the bubble because that's nothing to hold on to.
Our,
No!
our-
Dude,
our viewers love when we
excuse
talk
me,
about
Busey
Pokemon.
is my boy.
It is.
I saved Busey.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough.
is
What other
is he
realm
afraid of
he's
his
in?
own shadow? That's the real question.
And Estelle, is Roderick following suit? You're not engaged with them
I'm
right now,
bravely
so
running away.
in theory, you could do an action without disengaging.
Oh no, wait. Oh, because they're not on me.
Right, you were maybe like the third in line or something like that.
I say, take that, and I cast Acid Splash and then run away.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, shit. Let's go. It's an 18, and it's an area of effect. I
It
think?
does. It hits
Yeah.
something next to it, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah.
They have to make.
takes-
Oh, well, no, they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind. My bad.
Oops, that's my bad.
I
I
rolled a
wrote down the
19.
wrong-
I rolled a 19. Sorry. So yeah. So it does no damage.
I try so hard.
But you do get out of dodge here. So actually, I moved Skirm before, but you get back to Vlorganthrix's room, and we'll call that combat here. You retreated.
I have a question though. So we're doing Theater of the Mind. How far away were they from where we are, from like the entrance of the door?
It probably would take you 2 turns of movement, but once you go closer towards Vorganthrix, they end up like, kind of tailing off. Their pursuit ends. They don't really attempt to get to you as you get closer to his room. Naturally, he is pretty powerful, and if there were enemies or intruders, he would disintegrate them, of course.
So I also mean like we have spells that have pretty long range. So like, can I peek out the door, attack, and then get back? And how do
Yeah,
you wanna
if you-
handle that?
If you moved the 30 feet back, you'd get to the door that you saw on the left, and they would just tail off the pursuit. They'd go back into the walls. They would hide.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I
they
can't
wouldn't.
see
They
it.
wouldn't just wait there in the hallway. Yeah, but that is the end of the combat. So they are gone, and we're back to the Great Hall with Vlorganthrix.
Back again so soon? Have you come up with the answer to the riddle?
We're
No.
testing out theories.
We're just getting our butts kicked everywhere we go.
This
Have you seen any shadows around this castle that are attacking?
A year ago, one such shadow slipped into the castle from the Duskwood. Master defeated it soundly, but not before it had slain one of the servants. The cook, I recall. Zdravno began procuring some holy water to keep on hand, should such a thing infiltrate this place again. You should be able to locate it, some nearby.
For sure. Do you know where?
through the big door or the little door?
When you ask him about like where in the castle, just referring to other places in the castle, he says,
Alas, I am bound to the Great Hall.
I understand.
Sure.
Your duty weighs heavily upon your head.
not his shoulders, that's for sure.
All right, big door.
You ever get tired of holding that thing up? Want to use my disc?
It is unnecessary, as I levitate already.
Cool.
And you do a damn good job of it.
Yeah. I avoid his eye and run past to the little door, we decided.
Oh,
Sure,
how
little
I
door.
yearn to use the disintegration ray.
We'll bring something to you.
Hopefully we can
shadows.
bring a shadow guy and you can disintegrate them, because there's a bunch of them in the other room.
Yes, you're so strong and wise. I believe you can handle anything.
If an intruder were to enter this hall, I would surely disintegrate them.
Thank you. Maybe we can bring one of them.
Can I check out the small door in here?
Yeah, you want to check the one on the right hand side that goes east?
Yeah.
Okay. That door does appear unlocked. Would you like to open it?
Yes.
Great. So that door opens up into a kitchen.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe that's where he stores his holy water.
Do I see any shadows lurking in the kitchen?
You don't see shadows, but the kitchen's a little unnerving.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
You come into a kitchen filled with preparation tables. There's cabinets, pots, utensils, knives, a brick oven, stores of foodstuffs, and other various accoutrements befitting noble cookery chambers. This room has an almost dungeon-like appearance with chains and hooks hanging from the ceiling and heavy iron bars over the window. The somber day outside produces a weak amount of light, only furthering the shadowy atmosphere of the kitchen. A putrid stink assaults your noses. On the nearest table, sitting in an iron pan, is a haunch of meat that has gone rancid. It must have been left out for a number of days to reach such spoilage.
And is that a window across the room? The blue thing?
It is a window, but the bars would prevent you from going through.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It looks like it goes out into a some sort of a courtyard.
Okay.
You can inspect it if you'd like. Would you like to go there, Estelle?
I feel like this is a trap, but yes.
Okay, you can go over towards the window. What about Poof?
I'll go to the fireplace.
Sure, you want to go to the fire. Yep, and Skirm?
Did I draw the fire right in magenta?
The fire would be on the. So
Opposite
again,
wall?
this room, the facing of it is east. So
Okay.
it looks as though you're opening the door, and that's where it would be. So, for instance, the window would be straight ahead. Yep, to the east, and then to the what is the north on our map would be where the fire is, the hearth, and then to the south would be like bags of food and such. The potatoes on the floor in the picture.
Are the potatoes still good or are they rotten?
They're good. No, they're good. They're
Yes.
uncooked. They're fine.
Ireland wins again.
Ireland wins. Yeah. But the window, Estelle. Roderick looks out upon the bailey, the inner bailey of the castle. There are hedges in neat rows, but they do look like they are in need of trimming, just like the ones outside the castle. If you look into the containers and utensils and things like that are over by the to the right of the window, you can see that anything one would need in a complete kitchen are here. Most items look like they're in fine condition, though the room could use some tidying. For Poof, you look over at the hearth. It looks like it is cold. There has been no fire for quite some time, most likely a few days. Skirm, what were you looking for?
I guess some sustenance. I'm feeling a little weak. Is
Yeah,
there
the
any-
food unfortunately is rancid. What was being prepared, that meat. The other food stuffs, things that don't go bad, are still fine. Things that you could eat for probably weeks. But again, the meat is a spoiled leg of mutton. I can't get out of my head the Seinfeld episode, or was it, yeah, Seinfeld, right? Mutton, where you can't eat the mutton. But that's about it. Everything else here looks like it's edible, but you'd have to cook it or prepare it.
What's in the big barrel? Is there like a cask of water or wine or
Where's the barrel?
straight ahead under the
Straight.
window?
Gotcha. Yeah, it would probably be some sort of like water, probably either for preparation of the food or
Holy?
drinking. No, it looks like a barrel of water. You wouldn't be able to identify that it's holy, unless you had like maybe a divine sense or something like that. There are a couple other things in here. Like I said, there's other tables, utensils. There's a whole rack of weird items. You can even see like a skull of some sort of animal on top shelf there. The chains and hooks. What do you want to do?
Nice. Do we see keys anywhere in the room?
No keys. Mm-mm.
All right. I think this room is a wash. Are there any knives?
There are knives, plenty of knives. Yeah.
I want to take a sharp kitchen knife and just keep it on me.
Sure, you could take a kitchen knife. Yeah, absolutely. Nate, you were looking for holy water, though, correct?
Yes.
Give me an investigation check.
Sweet. A 17.
Wow, that's really good. Is that D4 extra when you?
Yes, so I get a D4 on investigation checks as part of my Mark of the Warding subrace.
Gotcha. Yep. So 17. That's really good. You do look into the cabinet that's there with you can see there's like a basket on the bottom. You search through there. You look inside the head of the cow skull that's there. Nothing. But then you notice that there's a small little drawer that is right underneath that skull. You open it, and inside you can see there are 4 little vials of water.
Excellent. Hey guys, I think I found us some holy water. You can take those shadows right out now.
Holy shit! Nice work.
Good job.
I give each of them 1, and I'll hold 2.
Are we certain this is holy water?
It's labeled with HW, right, Bob?
It is actually.
Okay, great.
It
We
is
should
labeled.
clarify.
It's even
No,
better.
It's
Not
labeled
magically
holy.
hot water.
It's labeled holy water.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, it is labeled holy water.
Excellent.
Get yourself some holy water. Store bought is fine.
Cool. So I'm gonna take this big haunch of rotten mutton.
Ooh,
Yep. And I'm gonna say, let's throw this down the hallway, distract the shadows, and then murder them with the holy water. I mean, subdue them.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
Bob,
think they're interested in rotted meat.
I don't know. I have a Doctor Who fantasy in my head about the shadows in the library.
Nice.
And
I
I'm
don't
feeling
know which doctor you're talking about, but we can try.
A witch
It's
doctor.
actually it's one.
It's a witch doctor?
It's David Tennant at the end of his career. Anyone else? When we first meet River Song. Yeah. No.
It's been a while.
All right, so back to Vlorgenthrix or somewhere else in the castle. I guess you have to go back to Vlorgenthrix anyway.
Yeah, so we'll test out. We'll go down and find the shadows, and I mean, I have shape water. I could shape the holy water into like little droplets and spears and like send it at him.
Kind of like in the Matrix when Neo stops all the bullets.
Yes.
It's like bullets
That
of
is
holy water.
exactly what I look like for sure.
Go poof.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll take out a vial and like begin to shape the water, so that I'm ready to shape it right at the shadows when they pop out.
Very
I'll be in
clever, Nate.
front.
Very clever. So yeah, so you maybe like start to walk down very carefully. Skirm throws the haunch of meat. The shadows.
Can I cast Gust on top of it so it really gets thrown in there?
Oh yeah, you throw that haunch. You launch the haunch down the hallway.
Trap is set.
And then the shadows come out, and of course you're like surrounding yourselves with these like little bullets of water droplets, and the shadows, when they test it, they sears their body, whatever is corporal for the moment, and then they start to slowly recede back, and you grants you, at least for now, safe passage. You took 1 vial, or how many vials do you
Yeah.
think you would have needed?
I just 1 vial and turned it into as many little droplets as
Gotcha.
I could.
Even if it's like a mist surrounding you almost.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nate, I'll give you an inspiration point for that. Go ahead, take that.
Yay.
That was pretty damn good.
And you pass down the hallway.
Go
Now, at the end of this corridor, there are actually a few options. So I'll give you some
boy.
choices here. So, just at about 40 more feet down, and it's a little bit of a curve, you can end up seeing an open door into what looks like an open air area. There's a well. If you continue straight ahead, you see that it actually leads you to a door on the right-hand side. So let's get this in the map here. Move your tokens here. So right here, there would be a open area. So it'd be like, this is an opening. Okay, so it'd be like an area that's about, like this. Okay. And there would be a well. Okay. I'll let you draw the rest. I'm not going to do anything else. But then to the right, up at about here, there would be another door that's wooden. It seems unlocked. And that's the end of the hallway. So you have 2 options here. You can go to the well, or you can go to the right-hand side where there's a door. And James from Casey says, "Are these hand-drawn maps included with Esper's Kickstarter?" I sure hope so. When we're done, I will send this picture. I'll send a nice PNG of this to Esper so you can include it.
My friends,
I'm.
have you heard the story of the little girl in the well?
Yeah, you used to tell it to me around the fire. It's so scary.
Yes, it is quite scary.
Is that the one with the VHS that if you watched it, you died in 7
Yes,
days?
yes, it was like a bit of a hollow crystal type of thing.
What is a VHS?
A visual
A very,
hologram system.
Mm-hmm.
a very hairy sister.
Lucia is with Roderick. Roderick, you're carrying Lucia, or Lucia
Yes,
kind of
yes,
follows
of
you at your
course.
feet.
I'm the only one without a familiar. Yes, I
So
have.
you have Lucia for the time, and
Yeah.
she seems to have an aversion towards that well. She wants to stay with you in the hallway, in the corridor, even though it's dark and scary.
All right. Let's check out the other door first.
Yeah.
So you head towards the doorway, and the door opens up into the large courtyard that you might have been seeing from the kitchen area. Let me bring you to that section now.
Okay. I need to know because I'm losing my ability to tell how large things are. This courtyard looks like it would connect to the giant gates that we didn't
So
open.
I'm going to give you a little heads up here. The giant gate, what giant gate are you referring to, though?
I think this
Um,
one.
Yeah,
With
that one.
Vlorga,
It does not connect to Vlorgenthrix, no.
Okay, okay.
Vlorgenthrix.
No. And here is the courtyard. I'll give it to you right now. Yeah.
Give it to me right now.
Right
Yeah.
now. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
gosh.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
You find yourself in a serene courtyard. The high walls of the castle rise up all around you. Hedges, ivies, and beds of blue flowers fill the area. While it's somewhat overgrown, it's still a lovely sight. There are exquisitely sculpted statues standing among the flowers, as well as a multi-tiered fountain spouting clear water. The sky overhead is the same endless march of gray clouds that look ready to rain at any moment. You bask in the tranquility of the courtyard for a moment. You almost forget about all the foreboding and strangeness throughout the castle. Even Lucia seems more relaxed here, and she trots off into the flowers chasing a butterfly. You notice that as she heads into the courtyard, that in the southeast corner, you actually see what looks like a stained glass window, and it is broken, and the glass is shattered on the floor. So just a couple things. The perspective here is a little confusing. So this picture, the perspective of this picture is looking north. So,
Ah!
Oh.
okay.
Every dang time.
Yeah. Well, this is actually good. So here's the thing. So right now there would be a door, kind of like to the south. It's a door right about here. Okay. So that's a door, and the stained glass would be shattered on the southeast corner. That kind of looks into that room. So again, it'd be like right here would be the shattered glass.
Okay.
Now the
Okay.
rest of it, there's plenty of other things here. So the door that you came into is the door you see on the left-hand side. That's that wooden door. That's the door you came into. There appears to be some sort of a metal door to the east. That looks like it's, you can see it on the right-hand side of the picture. To the north, straight ahead in this picture, is a latticed gate. All of these doors don't look like they have locking mechanisms and that they can be opened. There's
I wanna
also a
go to
bunch
the
of
broken window.
statues and other things here. You want to check the window, Skirm?
Broken window. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So you go to the broken window, and inside you can see an unsettling sight. It looks like a throne room, but it looks ransacked, with perhaps the worst of the damage being that stained glass window, which is, again, shattered at your feet. You can look inside and see that there's a large hearth with a crackling fire. It must be real because you can feel the heat and the smell of wood smoke coming from this room. There is firewood consisting of busted up pieces of furniture. Would you like to enter?
No, I'm gonna have Wallet enter
Wallet enters, and he says,
stealthily.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Actually, I'll just roll raw deep to it. And Wallet has a +5 to that roll.
Gotcha. So that's a total of
Not great.
13.
Yes.
So he sneaks in as good as he can, trying to avoid the glass. It actually does require a check because there's jagged glass all over the place. But to be sneaky, if you're not trying to, you can like break the glass and like get in and make it safe. But the jagged glass would require a check. So give me a dexterity. No, acrobatics. He's probably pretty good with that.
Yeah, acrobatics is +5 as well.
Okay. So he gets
I
in
give
and
him
he's
a mage
fine.
hand boost for advantage.
Yeah, it's super light, right?
Wait, is he
He
like
says-
less than 5 pounds?
Boss, you're gonna want to come in here. It's not good. There's creatures.
What kind of creatures? Where are they?
Do you want to look through his vision? Because you can do that as an action.
Correct. So I'll use my action and I'll get my dark vision and see what he sees.
Next to the fire, he sees a tiny man with red skin and bat-like wings and a scorpion's tail. He grins gleefully as he plays with the flames and the embers. With coaxing movements of his fingers, miniature people made of fire emerge from the hot coals. At his command, they dance and frolic and even lift their arms up to him, praising him with their voices like high-pitched squealing of burning logs. Close by, to either side of the throne, you can see soldiers wearing spiked, masked helms. The little devil takes notice of your familiar. He flies upward to the throne, and at the top of the dais he says to all of you,
Why, visitors, do come in, come in. Don't be afraid.
and we're going to pause it right here. This is what you see in the throne room. This is what you see in the throne room. Here it
I
comes.
love that the devil sounds like a Power Rangers bad guy.
So, anyway, we will come back, but here's the throne room. Broken window,
Oh.
fire by the hearth. You can see the throne. Everything looks a little off in this place. And again, there is a devilish creature inside. Thank you for watching, everybody. This has been some start to the adventure. I really loved it. I hope we are doing this justice, Esper, if you're watching. If you haven't done so already, like this video. Get it out, get the word out that we're playing it. The Kickstarter is open now. You can check the link in the description. Go check it out, pledge, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Get this thing. You're not going to want to miss it. If you're a DM, this is going to be a fun one for your players. And all of these things that I'm showing here will be available to you in the Kickstarter. Map, TBD, if the map will be included. But anyway, thoughts so far, everybody? What are your thoughts here? What's going through your minds?
I'm so anxious with every single movement.
Good.
You've mastered the start this little mini arc off with very scary stuff. And
Yeah.
now, very nervous.
You literally
Afraid.
almost died, all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What would you have done if we all died right in the fight?
this is my bro. That's why I have 10 siblings.
If we did that,
This is
it
my
would.
brother Bloof, and
Yeah.
What
No,
do you think? You think Zdravno only teaches the three of you? You guys are his Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. He's got a Tuesday, Thursday. He's got one that comes in
class.
on Saturday mornings. He's got plenty of
Does
Of
he
other
also
kid-
teach over crystal ball?
remote. Yeah, over Christmas.
Yeah. It would have very
Absolutely.
good. It would have definitely been like Jeff, Michelle, and and Chris in here. Like we would have had another group real quick.
the players I wanted
Yeah.
for this one, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you, John, Estelle, Nate. I'm having a blast. Everybody, thank you for watching and chatting with us. We'll see you all in one more week. We play again right away, so stay tuned. More to come. We'll see you on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night,
Night,
everybody.
folks.